On the 16th of February, 10 of the political prisoners in Gohardasht prison, in support of the rights of the workers, have announced that they will be going on hunger strike. On Monday, the 18th of February, Jafar Afshari, a political prisoner in Urmia prison, went to hunger strike for the third time by sewing his lips together. The political prisoner was then sent to solitary confinement. Mrs. Shirin Ebadi, a Nobel Peace Prize holder, and 6 other major human rights organizations have issued a statement to request that the Iranian authorities immediately put an end to the house arrest of the former president candidates Mehdi Karoubi, Mir Hossein Mousavi, and his wife Zahra Rahnavard, and also end the unreasonable harassment and arrest of their children. Friday afternoon, on the 15th of February, at a glorious event in the city of Trondheim, Norway, a Student Peace Award was awarded to Majid Tawakkoli, a student activist. Majid Tawakkoli was a student in Tehran Polytechnic University and was arrested for the third time on the 7th of December 2009 for speaking out in defense of student rights in the university.
On Friday, the 15th of February, 2 Baha'i students by the name of Miss Sepidi Vaziri Purhagigi and Miss Samir Golshan were expelled from university because of their faith. On the morning of Tuesday, the 12th of February, the secret police of the city of Isfahan searched the house of a Baha'i citizen called Naba Naimi, who lives in Baharest, an area of Isfahan. The security forces confiscated his computer and his religious and personal pictures, and then arrested him. He is currently being held in an unknown location. In another event, on Sunday the 17th of February, Mrs. Shirini, who is a Sufi and the wife of Amir Islami, a lawyer currently representing the Sufis, was summoned by telephone to appear at the office of the security forces. On the same date, in the city of Semnan, another Baha'i citizen named Mr. Akbar Pur Husseini was called to the Semnan Revolutionary Court and was subsequently arrested and sentenced to 18 months in prison for following and advertising the Baha'i faith. On Saturday the 16th of February, Mr. Siad Jaberi Ansari, the head of the Cultural Affairs Department, which is part of the Iranian Ministry of Islamic Cultural Center, ordered all statues of Buddha to be removed from all shops in Tehran. In the early morning of Sunday the 17th of February, the security police in Al-Faz attacked and arrested 8 Arab human rights activists and took them to an unknown location. On Wednesday the 20th of February, 5 armed persons, who introduced themselves as intelligence officers without providing any form of identification, arrested a Baha'i citizen named Sama Raufi and took him to an unknown location. In the city of Mashhad, all the Baha'i prisoners who requested temporary release on bail and were approved by the head of the prison had their request denied by the Intelligence Security Department. The Sufis who gathered in front of the Evin prison on the 21st of February to demonstrate the mistreatment of Sufis and also to celebrate Sufi Day were arrested for a number of hours before being released.
According to reports, employees of a reputable company owned by Mr. Farshid and Hamid Abdul Fateh, who specialize in making tunnels and roads, have now taken up a new project to make a dam called Sadde Jave. These employers have refused to pay 4 months' salary to 300 of their workers. If the workers complain about their wages, they will be threatened to leave their job. In some cases, employees have already been fired. On the 14th of February, approximately 20 workers of Nima Saze Company protested in front of the office because they were not paid 2 months of their salary. Furthermore, 30 of the 38 workers from Falaki Company, despite their request for 4 months of their delayed wages, were fired from their jobs. Each of the 8 remaining workers also have 8 months unpaid wages. The employees are still refusing to pay the unpaid workers. On Saturday, the 18th of February, a 42-year-old worker in Shilat Bandar Anzali protested by setting himself on fire in public because he was not paid his salary for 1 year. It is said that he is in a critical health condition.
On Saturday, the 16th of February, a 29-year-old man who was accused of rape was hanged in public in the city of Shiraz in Gas Square. A 38-year-old man of Arab ethnicity called Saber Loyimi, who was arrested for drug charges on the 16th of February, was hanged in Karun prison in the city of Ahvaz. On the morning of the 18th of February 2013, Omar Shahbazi, a citizen of Divan Dare city, who was accused of murder and sentenced to death by the court, was executed in the central prison of Sanandaj city. On the 18th of February 2013, 4 men accused of drug smuggling were executed in the central prison of Sahadin city. They were 24-year-old Parvez Mir Balokh Zahi, 20-year-old Nurzehi Mohammed Shah Zahi, 27-year-old Abdullah Baraguyi, and 38-year-old Ghulam Rigi Sistani. Gholam and Jafar Shahzadeh were also arrested, even though no drugs were found on them. The prosecutor of the Islamic Revolutionary Court of Iraq confirmed the execution of 3 drug smugglers in the city. The 3 were charged with drug dealing, selling, transportation, and storage. On Tuesday, the 19th of February, 3 people who were accused of rape were hanged in public in the Sadra area of Shiraz. The Branch 1 of the Revolutionary Court in the city of Urumiyeh accused Ali Ahmed Soliman, an Iraqi citizen and a political prisoner, of propaganda against the government due to his being in communication with Dr. Ahmed Shahid, the Human Rights Council Special Rapporteur to Iran, and also for having spoken to outside media. He was charged with 1 more year in prison. In the previous week, the head of the Supreme Court of Iran, Ayatollah Ahmad Mohseni Gorgani, has announced the verdict for the execution of Ma Afarid Khosravi and 1 other person, who were involved in the fraud case of 3,000 billion toman. Zania Moradi, a political prisoner who has been sentenced to execution and who is in severe physical pain, has been prevented from having any treatment in the hospital. The authorities told him that since he is going to be executed, there is no need for treatment. Behboud Gholizadeh, a civil rights activist from Mian Doab city, has been arrested at around 11:30 a.m. on Saturday, the 28th of February. The intelligence officers searched his house, confiscated his computer and personal items, and took him to an unknown location. On Monday, the 18th of February 2013, Mustafa Farjam, a political prisoner who is in Section 12 of the Central Prison of Urumiyeh city, has had his sentence extended for a further 18 years by the Revolutionary Court. Due to the intensity of the physical tortures received, Mustafa Farjam has lost his memory. On Friday, the 15th of February, a security officer raided the house of Mr. Ruying, a follower of the school of thought of Dr. Ali Shariati. They interrogated, identified, and video recorded all the people in the house and arrested Mr. Ruying. Mr. Ruying has been very active in the publication of Char Pakish. On Wednesday, the 20th of February, 3 drug smugglers were hanged in Kermanshah city. The 3 were accused of possession and sales of illegal drugs, such as heroin and opium. They also had a history of selling illegal drugs and previous imprisonment. On the morning of Wednesday, the 20th of February, Ali M., a 23-year-old, was hanged in public in Shahrak Football in Arak City. He had been charged with kidnapping and rape. On the morning of Thursday, the 21st of February, 2 citizens from Dertash town called Yoka Javad and Gholam Alizadeh were executed in the central prison of the city of Yazd. They were arrested for the transportation and storage of illegal drugs.
Kokab Musavi, the eldest daughter of Mir Hossein Musavi, has been summoned to Evin prison court once again on the morning of Monday, 18th of February, and has been interrogated for 3 hours by the security forces of the prison.
Kaveh Taheri, who was accused of acting against national security and disturbing public opinion in cyberspace, has been arrested for more than 4 months in Adel Abad prison in the city of Shiraz. The charges against him have not been specified. On Monday, the 18th of February, an Iranian blogger, Mohammad Reza Pour Shajari, known as Siamek Mer, suffered from a heart attack whilst inside prison. On the 19th of February, journalists who were working for the Elam city publications, such as Varia, Koshk, and Najwa, were arrested by the Iranian Revolutionary Guard's intelligence. Reports indicate that this took place after the Iranian judiciary spokesman stated that they may be releasing some of the journalists who were recently arrested in the country. Mohammad Zainati, a journalist who was arrested in 2009 in the city of Sarez and sentenced for 30 years in prison, has passed away in Minab prison due to severe bleeding in his stomach and having been refused any medical treatment by prison officials. On the 20th of February, Iranian journalist Ehsan Mazandarani was arrested by Iranian security forces.
Amir Mohammad Someh Muqaddam, a mechanical engineering student at the University of Ferdowsi in Mashhad, was expelled from the university because of the pressure of the security forces. Someh Muqaddam is a student activist who worked in student news publication and was arrested in the aftermath of 2009 presidential election. In the past week, a group of students at the University of Payam-e-Noor in Marvin protested against the decision made to transfer 3 Kurd students to the University of Payam-e-Noor in Sarandaj branch. The university officials disrespectfully threatened all the students. On the 10th of February 2013, Hesamuddin Qurbani, a student activist in the University of Usuj, who was arrested a year ago by the Intelligence Security Service, was fined with 350,000 tomans and 20 lashes. In the Court of Appeal of West Azerbaijan, it was announced that a student of social sciences called Jamal Qader Nejad from the University of Payam-e-Noor in the city of Mian Duab was sentenced to 5 years imprisonment. The lawyer of this student said, "The reason for the accusation is for joining one of the opposition parties." On the 21st of February, the president of Azad University, Ali Reza Golshani, from city of Shahrikord, ordered the security forces to attack the office of the Islamic Forum of Students. They occupied the office and seized all the items in the office. On Sunday, the 17th of February, Bahman Saman, a political prisoner who was sentenced to death by Mahabad Revolutionary Court, was transferred to Urumiye's prison in northwest of Iran. His charges are Muharebe, which is known as enemy against God, by being a member of anti-regime group. Yashar Piri, a political activist from Tabriz, was sentenced to 3 months imprisonment and 30 slashes. He was arrested in the demonstration that was held by the people of Urumiye and Tabriz, who are against the drawing out of Urumiye Lake. Hassan Ark, a political prisoner who is held in Tabriz prison in northwest of Iran, is in a serious physical condition. He is suffering from heart disease, spinal disc and asthma, and his health is getting worse due to the poor condition of prison. The court case for Ali Mu'ezzi was held on the 17th of February without him being present at court. Ali Mu'ezzi is a political prisoner who is currently held in section 350 of Evin prison. Ali Muhammad Sha'eri, head of the Environmental Protection Department, stated, "It was very disappointing that the plan for reducing air pollution didn't get enough votes." He also mentioned that 5,000 people lose their life in a year due to the severe air pollution. On Tuesday, 20th of February, the guards of Islamic Republic of Iran searched the resident houses of 2 villages called Gisan and Ziviaye near Urumiye in northwest of Iran, and in addition they attempted to confiscate their satellite dishes. However, the residents reacted to this action. Despite the approval of doctors for the political prisoner Mehdi Khodai, who needs an immediate medical treatment, the prosecutor of Tehran has not allowed the approval for his treatment. The Guard of the Islamic Republic of Iran has closed down 3 halls and entertainment centers in the city of Isfahan and 2 gardens in city of Mula Road. The reason given was that live music had been playing in these places.